Hello and welcome to a new episode of Slice and Dice, trying to beat Unfair. We succeeded in beating Unfair once. You can see that's all we've ever succeeded in beating Unfair, so it's nice that we recorded that one time that we won. I've played a bunch unrecorded and I've not been successful. I feel like I'm getting better. So I died on... I wish they told you which floor this was, but this was floor... 14? Something like that. This was in the second half. This is a pretty early loss. This is a very early loss. This is a very early loss. Pretty far. And we won. And then this is the one that we won. So, I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Doom plus 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 plus. At the end of the third turn, 8 damage to all allies. I actually think I've taken this before. And it's like for the first 6 levels. Maybe even longer than that. I forgot about it. For an 8-point curse, that's pretty crazy. But then, once I got to a level that I didn't forget about it, and it made it to the end of turn 3, it's like, there's nothing you can do to survive. And there are some fights that you can't beat in 3 turns, so. Excuse me. Start damage is actually... This is a tough start damage. 1 out of every 3. So every 6, so they would have 4 life, 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 and they would have 3 life. Jeez, that's a lot of missing life. I don't like Scoundrel that much. I love Hoarder though. Hoarder's one of my favorite starting classes. Mystic's okay. Squire's one of my favorite starting classes. Mage is one of my favorite starting classes. Stony Grasp. Maximum of 3 spells cast per turn is not that bad. It's not great though, and it's also only 1 point. This is really hard. If I'm not taking Doom plus 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 plus, then we could do like 3 3 2 2. Broken Spirit is okay. Turn 1 armor is rough. Stony Grasp is rough. Start damage is okay. Stony Grasp. Well, Hero Start Petrified for 1. I think that contends with side replacers. So it's either 3 3 2 2 or it's 4 3 2 1. So middle blank is a little bit more punishing right away because it's Scoundrel and it hits just some better sides, like it's a lot worse on the mage. But middle side replacers are like relatively common and they actually work, whereas top side replacers I don't think work against Stony Grasp. But we're really having to... Yeah, you don't get enough middle side replacers for this to really be worth it. I mean, same thing with Stony Grasp, though. 3 3 2 2, huh? And the start damage is pretty bad on this team. 2 6 health people. I mean, they get double penalized by this breakpoint. I'm gonna re-roll, I think. Even though I like the squad, though. I don't like Scoundrel that much, though. Scoundrels may be better than I give them credit for. I don't like them because they have so many blanks, but these are pretty good sides for a tier 1 orange. And because you get 2 rerolls, it's actually kind of better to have a couple of really good sides and a bunch of blanks than it is to have like 6 sides that are really bad. It's like maybe, but I don't know, like Hoarder and Squire, who have no blanks, do not have 6 really bad sides. 2 damage, 2 damage, sometimes 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. It's like, it's pretty good. Scoundrel has sometimes 3 damage, but it's like sometimes worse than 2 damage. 1 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, blank blank. So Hoarder and Squire are pretty good. They're also pretty good with Stony Grasp. I think they're a little worse with Middle Blink, just because Middle Blink also punishes some of these other characters, like Mage. The thing is, none of these curses are that interesting either. I'm gonna re-roll. Add Wolf, Stone Monsters. At the start of every third turn, plus 3 mana. 1 for every 7 is not so bad, but that's only 1. Monster left, plus 5. Monster column, plus 2. And it's interesting that that's 9. It's like 9 and 1 is 10, but these make boss fights really, really hard. Because bosses get a lot more HP from this, and then they just summon like 3 characters at a time or something. Monster left plus 5 is kind of scary, but manageable. Yeah, it's like monster left plus 5, add wolf, and monster HP. I think we can work with that. Stone monsters may be better than... Yeah, I like stone monsters better than add wolf. More characters is worse with monster left plus 5 because you have more enemies who can roll, like high roll. Like if you imagined like 6 enemies that each deal like a damage versus 1 enemy that deals 6 damage. I don't know if this is the right way to think about it, but it's like the 1 enemy that deals 6 damage. It's like most of the time they're only going to deal 6 damage, and then like a sixth of the time it's plus 5. So like the expected value of the damage they're dealing is like 7 damage. But for 6 monsters that deal 1 damage, one of them, on average, one of them has plus 5, which is 11 damage expected value, way more. I think that is a right comparison, so I think these 3 are much better. So let's give it a shot. Oh, by the way, Thief I like a little better. Fighter is okay. Don't like Buckle that much. I like Healer okay. I don't like Student that much. So I think we got a worse party, but that's okay. That's good. That's okay. Healer's getting chunked. That's not very good. Yeah, the student just rolled 3 blanks. That sucks. It's a 1 in 8, so it's not actually that likely, but it is what it is. I kept this on Buckle because, why? Why did I keep this? It's because like this didn't seem like it did anything. I don't know, man. That probably wasn't the best turn. The null's exerted though. Lost our healer. It felt like it was going to be hard to save the healer no matter how we rolled. I'm going to keep looking for the 2 damage. I'm going to look for the 2 damage here as well this time, since I guess killing the goblin is more reasonable on this turn. We did get the 2 damage here. Okay. So we can kill the goblin, or we can put both of them to 1. Student just rolled 3 X's again? That's weird. Didn't matter too much on this turn. You can kill the goblin, but if we reroll you, you can kill the null. Okay, this is legal. I like Sinew quite a bit. We don't have any cleave to combo with the chain. excuse me. But 4 damage is... well, the cleave is better than the 4 damage. I was going to say the 4 damage is a nice break point, but actually it's kind of anti-synergy with the stone monsters. But he's got exert sides too, and they're worse. And the cleave sides are very good. So let's give the sinew a shot. Sinew also has a lot of synergies with chain later, like items are much better when you have a chain side. There's a lot of sides that make a difference. 2 mana is great. 2 shield is good. Do I want this? He's at 6 health. Oh, slice is good. But we can't cast. Oh, we could cast. Let's look for... this is hard to decide how good the exert is. So it's like one play is to duplicate the mana so we can slice. And then we exert, we sinew and thief 2 rats and then slice them away. And in that world we can shield the thief, I guess. Excuse me. That seems pretty good. Let's just do that. Alternatively, we can reuse the 2 damage, but we don't get to kill anyone as easily. Kill this rat for sure. Kill a rat attacking the orange, I guess. Slice. Buckle the sinew. Excuse me. Okay, thief is getting punched. Block for 2's not bad. 1 mana is not great. Let's reroll both of these. What am I looking for? Heavy is good because it makes it easier to kill the wolf. Yeah, we'll look for the heavy, and if we miss, we still just get 2 shield most of the time. And we'll look for the 2 mana because if we miss, we'll still get 1 mana most of the time. Or healing. We missed, you know, we're not going to keep the healing. I'd rather have 1 mana. Okay. We can save the thief. We can save the mana here too. Saving 2 health on the buckle by killing the rat with the 2 mana is not that important, and using the mana for slice next turn could be very important. Okay, got nice damage. Nice. Alright, our first item. +1 to the left side, cannot be locked. It's cute. It's great with the sinew. Kind of. Bark skin, I don't like very much. I've taken it before. I've not tried the coin before. Seems good on the sinew. I want to try it. So this side can't be locked. So it has to roll. So as soon as I roll the chain, I kind of want to keep everything else if I can. But he has other sides that he's like, this is fine. I like this. Although, yeah, the cleave is especially good in this situation. Oh, wait a minute. If I can get the 2 mana side, then we could slice. That'd be huge. Because it could kill this archer who has rolled the +5 side. And then and then rolling for the chain gives me another out for it. It's the 1 mana, it's not good enough to slice. I'm gonna just look for the chain or the mana. Didn't get it. But We can buckle ourselves. It's not enough though? That sucks. It's a huge bummer. So I guess we just shield someone who's not the buckle and the buckle dies. Okay. Really want to kill the crone next turn, so we'll pop that. Pop that hit point down to their last. This is good, this is good. This is almost lethal, actually. That's funny, this can't be locked. So what's this look like? We gain this, we slice, we kill the... yep, this is good. Everyone that lived on that turn lives that turn. Buckle, of course, died the previous turn. Excuse me. Evoker is kind of cool. I like it better than Student. 3 energy, 2 energy, 1 energy that we can roll for. Though the Sinew, the coin incentivizes all of your other characters to have lots of good sides, so that way when you roll the best side when you want it, you can afford to just take it. And Dabbler really plays into that strategy. So I actually really like Dabbler for that reason. And then there are lots of good mages still. Evoker's not like in my top 3 necessarily. I like a lot more than I used to, but I still think the Caldera, Glacia are better. So Troll has regen every turn. That shouldn't be a big deal. We just hope he doesn't poison us early on. That would be annoying. I should also just remember to do a little bit more explaining of certain, or just like mouse over certain things. So Evoker has this 4 damage to the topmost enemy spell, which is slightly more mana efficient than Burst, and it can help with backline enemies. Our curses don't give us a huge reason to feel like we need to worry about backline enemies more often than not, though that monster left +5, and the archer's last fight really got us. And Thief also leans away from that because we lose our ranged, so backline enemies, if they roll a 5, could just really screw us. But backline enemies aren't always at the top, so drop doesn't always stop them. And also, because of stone monsters, drop never stops them on its own, and you can't cast drop twice. So I think it's Dabbler, mostly because of the coin plus the Sinew cleave side combo. Because that way I'm always happy to take whatever the Dabbler lands on if I roll the cleave, although it doesn't matter in this fight too much. The Exert's good. Oh, but yeah, my other stuff sucks. So I think I just roll. But we'll take the 3 from the Dabbler, we'll take the 1 from the healer. See if we can roll something better. That was unfortunate, for sure. But Dabbler rolled a good die. The X on the Student 3 times in a row is really sad. We could take this shield. It's a good shield. It's a good-ish shield. The healer's honestly better though. The heart, I mean. And then the damage and mana are similar. The mana is identical or better. Okay, let's re-roll. The heart on the healer is also pretty good. We'll take this all. We're done rolling. Save your life. And heal you. And burst. And end turn. We're getting there. He still has 10 health left. It's kind of a lot of health left. These are great though. These are really good. Look for healing. Mend saves both of these though. We can mend twice. Let's look for the mana or the healing though. We got the healing. This is kind of like mend. it saves a character without having to mend them, and it also gives that character more life. Mend him for 1. The troll should be dead next turn, easy peasy. Yep. There's lethal. I keep trying to grab all my dice, and you actually can't grab the sinew dice, which is a little annoying. Twin daggers. Or sapphire. Well, twin daggers is nice on the student. It's also one of my favorite items in general. Pretty good with the sinew in the sense that he incentivizes us to eliminate any X's and roll a lot. I keep saying the sinew. It's really the coin that is causing that interaction. But the coin is good on the sinew, I think. And I'm not jazzed about the sapphire. So let's take the twin daggers. Oh, what's this? A random tier 0, but we have to deal with a wisp, who is a stony wisp. I'm gonna decline. With 3 illusions, it's hard to kill the wisp and the illusions. They all do like weakness or pain and stuff, which really can screw over your second turn, which you are able to mitigate by just killing illusions, but in this case it's hard to do that. Okay, let's just keep this, I think. It's pretty positive here to grab that cleave. So even though we had to just take an X on the buckle, I think that's okay. We can reroll these. Nice. Nice. 4 plus... doesn't really matter. Nice, we get to slice. Full clear. Sear. Sear. Foretell is kind of worse than slice, especially on this floor. Yeah, we can take the disciple here. It has to be disciple here just because of how good slice is on this floor. It's a very floor-based decision, but that's okay. I think it's the correct decision. This doesn't seem like a hard floor with slice. Can't lock this, and I do want to roll more mana, and daggers also are good to continue to roll, so... let's just roll everything. I want the mana on the dabbler if I can find it. Oh. Does this change my mind? These have been bad dagger throws. Hit a couple of bandits. The cleave is good, but it's not better than slice. And so I'm just gonna look for mana for slice. I got it, and I got the cleave. Unbelievable. So who do we shield? Blue and gray are getting hit, and that's it. So it's just shield. Well, let's shield blue. I don't know, we'll do something like this. And bandits are kind of screwed. Kill the barrel here, and then still have to pop the stony situation though. That's good. It's good enough. Keep rolling. That's okay. Nice. I guess that's... No, there's better. We kill the barrel and then we cleave. Glass blade is cool. Whetstone is good on the dabbler. What are these sides? Heavy? Oh, because of the jinx. Whetstone's really good on the dabbler. Kind of as good as glass blade, but this has synergies with Soldier or Dabalist later on. We'll take the Whetstone. We've been playing pretty fast, but I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just we have been playing pretty fast, so we'll keep going. I am watching out for the time, but oh yeah, let's equip that item. There we go. Heavy weapons is a pretty bad problem on this floor. Although we could keep all of this. Probably don't keep the cleave, because we want to roll non-X's on these other sides. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this, actually. Save myself. Glow. So yeah, we should try and kill the Jinx next turn, I think. Yeah, it can summon bones. We really don't want that, especially with heavy weapons, if the Jinx sticks around. Okay, that's good. That's honestly pretty good. I'll reroll. That's also honestly pretty good. And we'll just reroll the Dabbler. Nice, we got everything we wanted. Save you, save you. Shield you. I guess Slice is a little better than Burst here, probably. Bandits are an especially difficult enemy with this curse effect. Good, good. We could just keep everything, probably. We'll reroll Sinew. Nice. Who do I shield? Pretty easy. Yeah, he flees, as I thought. Statue. We could give the statue the daggers, but no, Fiend is good. Burn is really good, actually. Burn is just a better Slice, honestly. And Fiend has way better sides than Student. Yeah, I'm very happy with Fiend. Means these daggers can go on Buckle. Or on Fiend, if Fiend is just rolling down for a 3-mana side. Or the cantrips. Sure. We'll replace his self-heals, but they're not very good on turn 1 anyway, and turn 1's the most important. Swap Sinew with Fiend. No. There's reason not to do that is because these 3 heroes get hit with cleave attacks more. So we want the healthier heroes to be in the middle, which they already are. Namely, the yellow and gray are a little healthier usually. And our squishier DPS mage being on the edge means he's less likely to be targeted by cleave. Although Slime Clean has flanking, but she also has cleave, so it doesn't really matter. She also has 14 damage heavy, so that's, if she just rolls that, she'll just assassinate someone, so let's hope that doesn't happen. At least not on turn 1, when we will be unable to kill her. Oh, good. Ironically, if we had swapped these characters, then I think we just keep this all, by the way. If we had swapped these characters, then Fiend would not be getting targeted right now. But, oh well. Big reason we keep this is because, oops, I want to pop a Slimer and then cleave. It's very efficient to do that in this way here. Get 2 damage on the Slimer. Will be very useful on this turn. This is good. Dabbler has much better sides than this. I don't know if the Fiend can... Yeah, the Fiend just rolls for its cantrip sides. Buckler? Yeah, we'll take the damage. good. Can't lock that in. I don't want to lock the Dabbler in because they have this 4 damage side that I was looking for. Okay, so setting up to kill the Slimer. Burst. Only burn once a turn. I was just trying to think if I could burn to kill the Slime Queen. And the Slimer? Man. 3... Yeah, it sacrifices the Fiend, though. Dang. Burn. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I think we have to kill the Fiend, or otherwise lose one of these two. And I'd rather lose the Fiend. Because it gives me more output to lose the Fiend. Yeah, it's... We can't save him. We have to do it like this. Yep, but that's okay. This doesn't seem so hard from here. I wonder if we just keep this all. Let's see what this looks like. We lose the Disciple. Doesn't seem worth it. We can just keep this and save the Disciple by rolling better. Like this. I guess we can burst you, punch you, block like this. Okay, we got the cleave back again. I think that this is gonna work this time. Yeah, it has to be like this, because I wanted to cleave afterwards, but I need to get the Slimer down to its stony hit point before I cleave. So we'll do this. 2 Slimelets left. They don't run though, because our health total's not high enough. Nice. Ooh, Syringe is cool. Syringe is pretty good on the Sinew, because +5 is insane here. It's pretty good on the Disciple, because +5 is insane here. If we're really in a pinch. Plus max HP whenever whenever you save a hero. An extra Fanatic and an extra Illusion, is that what that is? Yeah. No way an extra Fanatic is worth it. An extra Fanatics are one of the most difficult enemies to deal with. Unless you're willing to just let people die. Maybe it's worth it to just let people die to get the Faint Halo? Faint Halo just... It's okay on Disciple. It just doesn't seem that good. It can kind of work with Fiend, because Burn can let us rescue someone multiple times. Graves are tricky already. Imps aren't so bad. Fiend is at 3 life. I'm a little worried about this fight, and I'm not that excited about Faint Halo, so I'll decline. Put this on the Disciple, I think. She's got 7 health, so she's very likely to be in the last 2 alive, and this is a huge deal with if she is the last one alive to actually win the fight still. So let's go. Okay, Fanatic's being pretty tame here on turn 1. Oof. Grave also being tame, just keeping in mind that left 5 could be devastating. Well, Fiend's gonna die. And that's okay. We keep this, and then we just start rolling. That's good. And then we can just roll one more time. Something interesting, by the way, is if a hero dies and then you bring it back in the same turn, it still is being targeted by whoever it was being targeted by before. Actually, I just want to look at this. I want to see if I kill the fiend and bring it back. Okay, it comes back at full life. I wasn't sure if it would. But this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is pretty good, and we can roll these last two. We should be able to keep the fiend alive, actually, potentially. Although maybe not. I was just thinking buckle. Yeah, buckle blocks for so much for it. So we hit here, we hit here, and then burn is amazing. And then we can use this to heal and shield 3 this turn. I say we just wait. We just hold the mana, because we can do that next turn as well with the Sinew when shielding 3 matters and healing 3 matters a lot more. Okay, so here comes a Bones. Not a huge deal. Fnatic is attempting to kill itself. Definitely keep that. We can keep this. We can roll for something. Seems hard to save the Dabbler. Oh, because he rolled left side. Yeah, dealing 9 damage. Well, 4, then we need 5 more. We kind of have 5 more. Okay. I think we get to save everyone. I'm gonna keep rolling with the cantrip, though. Yeah. And keep the shield. Okay. Okay. So we shield you so you can grab us mana. Burst, 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 burn, and everyone's dead. Awesome turn. Awesome fight. Armor is really good with the Sinew, with the cleave. Boost smithing his side. I don't care to smith anything else too much, but I also just really like the armor. We can find more synergies with the smith. But that's actually going to wrap it up for this episode. We made it all the way to floor, what is this? Floor 10. So halfway through the run. We've gone pretty fast. I'm pretty happy with our prospects. These curses seem very tame. I'm very happy with these curses. So hopefully we can translate this into a win. Thanks so much. See you next time.